and I bit my tongue at some point today. I'm finding it very hard to speak. I apologise. One Million Years B.C. From 1966. Continuing on, of course, the Hammer horror box set. This is a Hammer film, and it's an adventure fantasy. You know, Hammer. When you think Hammer, you automatically think horror. You know, the box set is the ultimate Hammer collection. But I do genuinely, every time I go to say Hammer movies, it automatically goes to Hammer horror. That's what they're mostly known for. This one, as I say, adventure fantasy from 1966. A prehistoric man, Tumak, is banished from his savage tribe and meets pretty Loana, who belongs to a gentler coastal tribe, but he must fight Caveman Tumak to win her favours. That's just the first little snippet to give an IMDb for the movie. It stars Raquel Welch as Loana. Absolutely beautiful woman. John Richardson as Tumak, Percy Herbert, Robert Brown. Yes, this film is one that was done on TV when I was a kid, and one that once or twice I kind of jumped into and then skipped back out of it again, because honestly, the first half hour of this film is hard work. It really is hard work. I have a thing that I should do a video on this on the channel, is the social media test for a film. If you're watching a movie, if a film is good enough to keep you off your phone, if you're not on checking up Facebook, what's everybody doing, Snapchat, if you're doing that during a film, it's not a good film. But if a film keeps you away from social media, that's a fantastic film. First half hour of this, I didn't leave the phone down. I was just like, I can't do it. And I was like, so close to actually just jumping off and not actually checking out the rest of the film. I thought, okay, I can't be doing this. It's a monster movie. There's a lot of stop motion animation of dinosaurs and giant lizards and stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to today. And yes, the story and it is very, very simple. You've got a tribe that are completely savage. At the beginning, one of them falls while hunting, breaks his leg, and instead of the tribe helping him, they just leave him there to get eaten by the buzzards. And yes, so two brothers always fighting each other, one of which is Tumak, John Richardson's character. And I bit my tongue at some point today. I'm finding it very hard to speak. I apologise. He ends up getting banished from the tribe, and it sets it up that there's loads of tribes all over the world, but none of them actually really venture out to meet anybody else. They're kind of just their own little civilization, so to speak. So he gets banished, goes travelling, falls in with this other tribe that Raquel Welch is part of, and they're more gentler and a little bit more advanced in the things they do. And he kind of gets welcomed into that tribe, and then of course his savage side kind of comes out again. So he gets kicked out of that tribe as well, and Raquel Welch's character, she decides to go with him. So the pair of them leave that tribe, come back to the first one, and it's just such a simple story. But by the end of the film, the two tribes start fighting with each other. The savage tribe attacks the gentler tribe, and just a full out fight between the two of them. Just then, the mountain in which they live is actually a volcano which erupts, and the effects for that was actually flipping fantastic. Like, absolutely, like, you can see where the effects were added. You know, it's a very well put together movie, but it's not seamless in its effects. You know, you can see something and you think, effect, but for the year it was made, for what it did with the volcanic eruption at the end of the film, was absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. And then, of course, whenever that is over, what's left of the two tribes pretty much are going to have to work together to survive and live on, and that's pretty much where they end the film off. It's a very, I don't want to say a basic story, but it's a simple story, and one that is actually very enjoyable if you give it that half an hour to 40 minutes at the beginning. Forgive how slow the film is. Of course, they're prehistoric tribes. Like, there's no dialogue as far as, you know, like, whoa, good morning, my caveman brother. You know, there's none of that in it. It's just a lot of grunting and getting on. Yes, that first 40 minutes. Forgive it that. Give it that chance. As soon as Tumak meets Raquel Welch's tribe, that's when the film starts to begin. Really, that's when it starts to pick up pace. So, I know some people are going to be annoyed that I wasn't favourable towards the movie at the beginning, but, you know, it's all subjective, guys. You know, it's like, you know, I could like a film, you could absolutely hate a film, and likewise, do you know what I mean? And yes, if you do agree, please get into the comments, let me know what you think, and even if you don't, please let me see that other side of the opinion, and tell me again in the comment section below. But in saying that, it is a very good film. I went 50-50. It was just like, at the beginning, wasn't sure, at the end, really enjoyed it. So I'm trying to be objective as possible in all these reviews. So that's going to do it for this one.